How you guys doing? You just know me by the handle of Scooby331. That's what I write under on Minds and a few other sites I've been on over the years. Basically YouTube. Not really Facebook or Twitter. I don't particularly care about talking to nobody about their opinions on Twitter or on Facebook, because there's no substance to it. If you couldn't tell from my accent, I'm a New Yorker, Long Island, by the foliage you can tell, and the sound of police sirens in the background. Basically this video is in regards to MOAR. That would be the mother of all rallies. That's going down in DC the 16th of this month. I believe today's date is 4th, I want to say, or the 5th. I'm not sure. I don't have a calendar in front of me, and using the phone as a camera right now, so no idea. But basically this video is in regards to MOAR. Basically I just want to lay out what's going to go down when we go down to MOAR. Basically I'm going to be going myself, Scooby, or Scooby331 if you want to get technical. Diogenes Sinope, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that not properly. Burnside from the Burnside Film Project, and Greater Ajax. These are my three compatriots I'll be going down to MOAR with. We've only spoken online, we haven't met each other yet. So this is going to be a formal meeting for all of us. I myself by trade am a journalist. Burnside is a anarcho-activist. Diogenes is, I believe the term that you guys use for them is shitposter. And Ajax is just a patriot, like myself. I'm a journalist, but I am a patriot, as you couldn't tell from this beautiful Annan flag behind me. That also brings us to the other part of this. I am second generation American. My parents' families both fled here right around World War II's beginning. So basically, my grandparents were not Americans. My parents were only American by default. Their siblings were all born overseas. They were the only ones born here. My mother is, in fact, an anchor baby. So basically, she's a pro-wall anchor baby. I want you folks to wrap your heads around that. The reason for that is, basically, security of the country. Her concern is probably the concern that I think anyone in this country shares, is it's not so much that people want to keep immigrants out, as somebody who, under the grandfather clauses in certain states in this country, would be considered an immigrant. I wouldn't want to keep my fellow immigrants out, but they'd have to come in here legally and the right way. That's basically what it comes down to. I am a Trump supporter. I want to lay that out right now. My reasons for being a Trump supporter are probably dictated regionally more than anyone else. My father actually poured the foundation for Trump Tower. After he had done the World Trade Centers, Trump liked his work, asked for the head driver in the union that my father worked for, and the rest is history. I believe that my father poured about, I want to say 99% of the old man's buildings in New York. And any government building south of White Plains that was built after 1955, my father, between 55 and 2005, my father laid 99% of the foundations for. So, my neighborhood is actually semi-famous. We were on the internet last November. What it is, my neighborhood is made up completely of Trump supporters, because all of my neighbors are the laborers who have worked in his various buildings over the years, the people who've done his electric. My brother-in-law, who is actually Jordanian, by the way, an Arab, did all of his flooring and, all of his floor covering, his carpeting. So again, and not to mention that the man is also, his mother is an immigrant and his wife's an immigrant, so that pretty much puts everything out the window when people want to talk about the man being a racist or anti-immigrant. But let's get back to what the meaning of this video is, because I'm starting to go off on a tangent. The meaning of this video is basically about this flag behind me. This flag here is an Annan American flag. Annan is the oldest family-owned and operated manufacturer of American flags in this country, and this flag is the same flag, an Annan flag specifically, that drapes every government building, post offices, schools, courthouses, I guess prisons. I don't know if they fall under, but anyway. It's also the same flag that's presented to a serviceman when they pass away. It was the flag raised at Iwo Jima, and it's the same flag that was that drapes the coffin of every U.S. president since FDR. I'm a very big fan of this flag company specifically because they are the makers of authentic American flags, which is why I specifically picked up this flag. I only have the flag mounted on the fence today because I'm using my one hand to hold this camera and my other hand to hold this. Now, in case you're wondering why I'm standing here with a megaphone, I'm going to put it to you as simply as I can. This is to emphasize the point. The mask I am wearing, you will see me having when I'm there. This is in case somebody decides they want to pepper spray or bear mace me, or to try to take the flag behind me. You can't really tell on this camera. I'm a fairly large individual. I'm also very well trained with my hands. This isn't a threat, mind you. This is just a warning. I've never been to D.C. I've driven through it once, but I've never been. I was supposed to go as a boy on a school field trip, and it just didn't work out. I'm going to be attending there as a Trump supporter at MOAR. I'm going to have my flag with me. I am going to be wearing a shirt that shows solidarity with the Trumpelos, which is a segment, sector, sections, I don't know how to put it, faction. The Trumpelos are a faction of the Juggalos, which is the Insane Clown Posse fan base. I actually attended the Insane Clown Posse's performance at Woodstock 99. Enjoyed it immensely. I'm wearing this shirt. Basically, it's going to be a Basket of Deplorables New York chapter shirt, but I'm having my good buddy Burnside, I'm only mentioning this so you'll be able to see his work on film. He's going to be screen printing the picture of Trump on the front of the shirt for me. I only mention this because, again, I'm showing solidarity because the Juggalos are having their march the same day. I have no problem with the Juggalos. Like I said, I have seen their performances live. I enjoyed it. I found it very entertaining. I'm going there to support our president, my president, your president, if you're an American. If not, well, I'm sorry that you're not an American. You can always become one. That's the beauty of it. Which is, again, what part of this march is. But again, we're going back. I digress. I'm getting to a point here. I have no problem with the Juggalos. I don't want them to think that this is me threatening them or saying anything. But again, I'm going there with my flag to support my president at my capital. Your president, your capital. Our president, our capital, our flag. Okay? Alright, good. I'm putting this as plain as possible. I'm not looking to get violent with anybody. I'm not a Buddhist, but I'm a peaceful person. I like Buddhism, but I'm not into orange, and I'm not a bathrobe person. But, as plain as I can put this, any Black Lives Matters, any Antifa, any communists, any anarchists that aren't like my friend Burnside or Burnside himself, I'm going to put this as plain to you as I can, okay? And I want you people to understand what I'm saying to you. Do not try to take my flag from me and burn it. Do not come up to me and call me racist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, Wookiee-phobic. I don't care what type of phobic you have going on in your head. It ain't going on in mine. Get it out of your head. Don't even think about it. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm not putting up with it. I'm going there with my flag. I'm going to my capital. I'm going to support my president. I'm going with my friends. That's it. I really hope that you guys Ooh, sorry about that. Wrong button. Hope you guys understand. Don't mess with my flag. And don't mess with me. I will give no one any trouble. I am not looking for trouble. But so help me, if you try to take my flag, I will try to take your hand. Okay? As long as we're all on the same page, God bless all of you. I hope to see you at MOAR, and I hope you're going to come under the pretense of brotherhood, as we are all brothers, we are all human, and hopefully everyone who goes is an American. Because if you come there and you're not an American, and you're looking for trouble, then you're the enemy, and the enemy will not be tolerated. This is a day of unity amongst Americans. So if you're not there to be unified, then you shouldn't be there. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to listen to this.